Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop.
I'm your host.
Your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the
Unless you got 150 entries and then you're a shark and I don't fuck with you. So
there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night.
get them in your lineups, get them in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. Yo, what is happening? This is your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem, and I welcome you back to another installment of the DFS Sweatshop. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Of course, it's the NBA show. We're going to be getting it in. We're going to go with our regular formatting of the show. But it's been so long since I've been able to get into this groove and do this day in and day out that, oh man, I'm relishing this. Love it. Love it. Second day of NBA, serious NBA play, because I did play some preseason, but it's the second day of serious NBA play, and I gotta tell you, 2 days in a row of profitability. Nothing awesome, nothing life-changing, but it is a grind. It's a daily grind, and I am up to the task, up to the challenge. So we're gonna go with our regular format of the show. We're gonna discuss, of course, our Core 4 review, because as you know, man, any slate of 6 or more games, I feel inclined to streamline my lineups to a point to where I have 4 plays that I am completely rocking with. Like, I'm starting it off, okay? I'm starting off my lineups this way. Every lineup is not going to end up with these 4 guys, but this is where I'm going to be starting. This is where I'm going to get my beginning. One or two of these guys are going to be in every lineup, right? So, and of course, I had a NBA Core 4. I had a FanDuel Core 4. So, yeah, you had to keep it 400 tonight on FanDuel. It was crazy. The scores were nuts. And a lot of it was in part to, just the value that opened up. All of the perceived value, man. But there was value everywhere. Like, nobody seemed like they were priced right. Guys that were in good spots were priced up just enough to take you off of them. Guys like Miles Turner, who should have been everywhere. But the price on him was just enough that it was so close to Andre Drummond, who you felt like was a better play, and also we're learning new rules. We're learning new rules, and we have to go through some sweatshop stuff, man, because last year you attacked Charlotte rebounding the basketball. Well, maybe they knew that, and that's why they went out and they grabbed Dwight Howard, who went ham, put Andre Drummond in early foul trouble, ended up playing virtually the whole game without Drummond on the floor. And Dwight Howard went nuts. He's like the only serious rebounder, especially without Nick Batum, that the Hornets have. So we got to keep an eye on him going forward. We saw De'Aaron Fox in the later game. Oh my God! Today was NBA is lit. NBA is lit. This is going to be a really nice season. So first thing first, before we jump into the core review, let's take a look at what I was able to do today. Now, as you can see, I played lightly. Okay, I played very lightly. I put in like $30, took out 86. It was solid. Maybe between 30 and 40. I know I doubled up the buy-in on DraftKings, and I played lightly. I'm sticking to my bankroll management, bro. I'm not gonna blow my whole load, bro. I'm staying humble. I'm staying meek, and I'm going in trying to grab some out. All I really want is to take out as much money as I put in research. And I think I put in 2 times the research that a lot of people do. So I feel like I'm entitled to 2 times the money that I put in. You see what I'm saying? That's how I rock. Right? So then we're going to step over to FanDuel. And it's funny because we made some lines, actually. I made some lines that were really good. And I was doing a pre-lock show, like up to the minute. and I didn't have a chance to get my FanDuel stuff squared away. So I kind of missed out on a couple of great lineups. And some people may have played them, but I kind of missed out on some really great lines. But these weren't bad. I cashed in a couple of them. This was like the $5 single entry, 120, and that one is a pretty solid way. I mean, I tripled my buy-in here, only put in $8, taking out 24. That's nice. I can get with that. And I don't play a lot of FanDuel, so I'm looking to build that bankroll slowly but surely. So pretty solid, pretty solid. 300 on FanDuel ain't shit. Yeah, it's really not. The homie almost hit like 400, and still really didn't get to where he wanted to get to. But let's go ahead and jump into the core 4 plays now. I think I have the pictures from today's core 4 that we can talk about. I think I do. Let's go ahead and pull them up, because I think I have them. Okay. All right. So one of the core 4 plays. Now this was my DraftKings core. Okay. Most of my lineups on DraftKings, bear some resemblance here. And as you can see, I spent about 24.4 in salary, 25.4 in salary on this one. So I was looking for this lineup to produce about 100. Well, these 4 guys at 6x value to get me about 152 DK points. And what they did was get me 145.5. So they fell just below the mark. I'm shooting for 6x. I'm shooting for 6x. So these 4 guys ended up bringing me back 4.7x, which was decent, which on DraftKings was enough to cash. I cashed in most of these lines. What hurt me was actually not Drummond not playing super well, or not Wall really eclipsing that 6x value. It wasn't those guys. It actually was the guys that I played around them. Cats like James Harden, who I spent upwards of 10K for, and should have just played Giannis in that spot. But so that was my DraftKings core 4. My FanDuel core was fairly similar, save one change. That was it was fairly similar, save one change. I had DeJounte Murray, a guy that I just liked automatically. I liked him. I had Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brown, because he was everywhere. You had to have Brown somewhere. And then, of course, Andre Drummond. So that was the FanDuel core 4. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, because DeJounte Murray was a really, really solid play. He really helped out a lot. Like, having him was very good for me there in that particular line. So, and like I said, man, all in all, pleased with today. Things went pretty well. So that core 4 was pretty decent if you had it. Hopefully it got you to the money. It wasn't a situation where if you played that core of plays, I did all the heavy lifting and, just got you to the money so easily. That's not what it was. You actually had to help your line with some really good plays. Hopefully, I'll be able to throw out those core 4s soon, that you ain't got to do nothing but sit back, relax, and let me drive. It's coming. It's coming, because that's what I do. I am your DFS Jerusalem. That's what I do. So before we jump into the recap, man, we're going to jump to the feature 4 plays of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First guy we're going to be talking about is the Who Dat, scoring all them points over there, player of the night. This can only go to one cat, man. Clint Capella, 54.5 DraftKings points, man. Nutty game for this cat. In 28 minutes, he balls out 22 points, 18 boards, an assist, and 3 steals. Nutty. Clint Capella went ham. And for that, tonight, salute to you, big homie. You are tonight's Who Dat, scoring all them points over there, player of the night. Next thing we're going to talk about is a guy that we talked about in the Sweatshop. Some of us were on him. Everybody liked him. This is the funniest thing. Everybody liked him. No matter who brought him up. Everybody was like, yeah, man, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah. But when it came down to clicking the button and pressing and playing this cat, we didn't see him in a lot of places. Some cats in the shop had him, but not nearly as many people as I saw talk about him in the Facebook group. And that guy is Tobias Harris. He is tonight's how did I miss that play of the night? In 34 minutes, 27 points, 10 boards, 3 assists, hit 4 3-point shots, only turned it over once. And the thing about this was, I think the fact that so much of us were on Drummond we kind of looked away from Tobias Harris. And then Drummond getting in that early foul trouble, man, picking up those 3 fouls early in the game, really just like kept Tobias Harris on the floor, playing really solid 4-5 style minutes, and he was getting it in. Tobias Harris was getting it in. So tonight, salute to you. You are the how did I miss that play of the night? I had absolutely zero of Tobias Harris. The next guy we're going to talk about is the heat check play tonight. And, you know, this for the second night in a row, this is going to go to a guy that just scores the most points. And we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. At one point, I thought the guy was going to snowflake. He settled in, and the next thing you know, I was like, yo, this dude is going to go off for 70. And he did not. He did not disappoint the rest of the game, man. And this game was like in danger of going into overtime at one point. I was going to be really happy because I had a lot of him over on FanDuel. But 37 minutes, 37 points, 13 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, and we understand again, just like last year, this guy is going to do work. He's going to do work. He's going to have a couple of 70-point games. We've got to get in there while the getting is actually good. So shout out to the homie Giannis Antetokounmpo. And now, let's talk about that one motherfucker. There was a lot of motherfuckers today with all that value just roaming around and everybody, oh man, you got to get this guy. You got to play this guy. Oh, this guy's a lock. The value, but all of that shit going on today. There was one motherfucker in particular, okay? One motherfucker in particular that I felt was in a cupcake matchup. I felt like the best player on the floor was going to dictate the flow of this game. And I thought this guy would be the best player. And that's why tonight, bonjour, snowflake. Tonight, Rudy Gobert, you's a motherfucking snowflake with your old snowflake ass. How the fuck did you go out 8.8K in salary? On FanDuel, we know what it means to get blocks and steals. They done bumped it up a little bit. The table was set for you, brother. The table was set for you. And you go out and you score 32.5 DraftKings points? You shit the bed on FanDuel? You fuck up lineups across all the sites? Get the fuck out of here, man. You's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I ain't gonna roster your bitch ass again. Let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Snowflake ass motherfucker. Sorry. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and check out what's happening over here on Twitter, man. I want y'all to take a look. This is something I threw out, man. The crazy 8, bro. I want you to take a look at these cats, man, because you're gonna see these dudes again. All right. One thing I do want you to understand: you look at DeMarcus Cousins at 58. You look at Anthony Davis at 57. We're gonna have nights. We're gonna have nights, bro, when it's all about playing as many centers playing the bigs. We're gonna have nights where you got on DraftKings where you gotta play 4 primary ball handlers. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo. Hey, this is nice because you got Clint Capella, the Who Dat player. You got Miles Turner, who everybody was on at 51. Dame had a decent game for the way he was priced on FanDuel. I faded on DraftKings, but I did play him on FanDuel. We talked about that. James Harden almost was real snowflakey with his old bearded ass. He almost caught a bad one from me. Oh yeah, he almost caught a bad one. And then of course Giannis, the heat check play. But let's go ahead. Jump into this recap, man. We're going to look at these games, all right? So, first game that we got is going to be the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons. I didn't have a lot of players in this game, which was probably bad for me because I should have had some form of exposure to the homie. Well, I did have a little bit of Dwight Howard, but I should have had some Tobias Harris. But we're going to start with the away team, man. The Charlotte Hornets here, where, you got Dwight Howard only scored 10 points, but he did grab 15 rebounds, had an assist, 2 blocks, also had a steal. He shot 55% from the field, pretty decent there. Only turned the ball over 3 times. Decent game from him. Jeremy Lamb, a guy who everybody wanted to play. He was decent. He didn't disappoint, but 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Also had a steal in 28 minutes. Kemba Walker really righted the ship later on into the game. 35 minutes he did play. He led the team in minutes, had 24 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, also shot 6 for 13 from the field, and 1 for 3 from three-point land. We saw 23 minutes of Frank Kaminsky off of the bench. Monk, that dude's not very great. I'm not on that dude. I don't like him. He's not very great. Malik Monk is he got to show me something else. He really is. We even saw Marvin Williams, old slow ass for 26 minutes. He had 7 points, 2 rebounds, hit 2 of 5 field goals. Not a great game there from him. And Dwayne Bacon, yo, with a name like that, bro, Bacon, with a name like that, you've got to sizzle, family. Dwayne Bacon, you've got to sizzle. You gotta get out there and to put it simply, your name is Dwayne Bacon. You know what I mean? You've got the sizzle, homie, and you did no sizzle in here. You really didn't. In 20 minutes, 8 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. 3 for 6 field goals. Did not hit a 3-point shot. This was not a great game from him at all. But you've got the sizzle, family. Taking a look at the home team on the Detroit side, Stanley Johnson, bro. Stanley Johnson led the night in minutes. Stanley Johnson was on the court longer than any other motherfucker who played NBA basketball tonight. Stanley Johnson had more minutes than the ref. Stanley Johnson had 40 minutes here, and he scored 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals. He 0 for 13. Dude did not hit 1 shot, family. He didn't hit 1 shot. Are you fucking kidding me? But he did hit 2 free throws, and he was 100% from free throws. Ooh, wow. 0 of 6 from 3, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. But the one thing about this dude is he can heat up, and he's going to have a great game. He is going to have a great game at some point. But, yo, he led the world in minutes last night and had a shitty game. Tobias Harris, man, 34 minutes for him, 27 and 10 to go with 3 assists while shooting 61% from the field. That is a huge outlier, bro. That's not going to happen a lot. But when it does happen, it feels great to be a part of it. So Andre Drummond, he came in almost, he fell 2 points shy of the double-double bonus, had 8 and 13 with 4 assists and 1 steal. Also blocked a couple of shots. He shot 3 for 9 from the field and got very early foul trouble. And it's funny because he had 3 fouls the first half and never picked up another foul the rest of the game. You could have did that shit in the beginning. Then we've got Avery Bradley in 23 minutes, kind of disappointed, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, not a great game there. And Reggie Jackson in 27 minutes had 13 and 5 to go with 8 assists and 1 steal. And we're looking for the homie to come and just steal Reggie Jackson's job. But when you're Ish Smith and you come off of the bench in 20 minutes and you only score 4 points, have 1 rebound, you dish out 6 dimes to get a steal, but you shoot 2 for 9 from the field, you're not gonna take that dude's job like that, homie. You're really not. So you keep on wishing and hoping on the hope. Next game we got is going to be the Brooklyn Nets and the Indiana Pacers. This was the game to be a part of, and it's something that we talked about. And okay, because I'm going to preface this because the homie and I were chopping it up. Me and Iceman hit me up. I was like, "Yo, how did you know to play Collison? I mean, not Collison. Oladipo. What put you on Oladipo?" And yo, I let him know. I was like, "Yo, I watch a lot of NBA, bro. I watch a lot of NBA channel, and I saw his last interview that Depot did. Man, he is pissed. Oladipo is playing angry. He is pissed about this being his 3rd team. He views himself as a cornerstone franchise type guy, and the simple fact that he is going to be this is his 3rd team. Like, he is upset about that, bro. Like, this dude he's mad about that. And the interview that he did, he was like, "Yo, there is no more Mr. Nice Guy. I am scoring the ball. Like, the league is gonna know. They're gonna know that I'm one of the better players in the league." And he said that in the interview. And the look in his face, I could tell he was serious. And I also could tell, because I've been paying attention to him, that he does have that kind of game. And he was really upset with the way Oklahoma City did him too, because he thought, "Well, I'm going to OKC. It's a new start. I'll be fine." But no, man, they got rid of his ass quick. They got rid of his ass quick, and he was playing his ass off while he was there. So, Rodney Hollis Jefferson, man, 27 minutes for him. He had 14 and 4 to go with 2 assists and 1 steal. At one point, he left the game. I was like, "Oh my god," because I had some of him, but he did come back and finish the game. He only hit 3 shots, but he only took 4, so I guess that was decent. Damari Carroll, 10 and 9 to go with 2 assists, 1 steal in his 27 minutes. Timothy Mozgov, the stiff, was out there for 14 minutes, only had 4 points and 3 boards. D'Angelo Russell, deloading. Shout out to the homie D'Angelo Russell, man. He got it in. Really nice game from him. In 30 minutes, he had 30 points to go with 3 boards, 5 assists, and 1 steal, while shooting 4 for 8 from behind the arc. Pretty nice shooting game for him. Jeremy Lin, man. Shout out to the homie Jeremy Lin. He did get hurt in this game and limped off of the court, man. He did play 25 minutes. He only had 18 points and 4 assists in that time, but that was pretty decent. Trevor Booker off of the bench, a nice double-double, 20 and 10, while shooting 70% from the field, bro, 7 for 10. Also had a really nice day shooting the ball. as well. Be taking a look. Yeah, definitely. Coarse, 27 minutes had 12 and 2. Spencer Dinwiddie in 16 minutes had 2, 3, and 4. Not a great game there from him. On the other side, we're talking about the Indiana Pacers. And, Thaddeus Young. Did we not remember that Thad Young used to play for the Brooklyn Nets? That should have been a little precursor to why we should have played him. In 33 minutes, he has 17 and 11 to go with 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Filled up the stat sheet, bro. Hit both of his free throws. Shot 43% from the field, which should have been better. He did hit a three-pointer, and he took 5 of them. Why are you taking 5 3-point shots? Stop it, homie. Bojan Bogdanovic in 29 minutes had 14 points. Also, while shooting 5 for 9 from the field, that was decent. Miles Turner, big game here. 21 and 14 to go with 2 assists and 4 blocks, which was nice. Shout out to the homie that put me on to Miles Turner being a guy that can go out there and get a lot of blocks. That was awesome. Then we had Vic Oladipo, the aforementioned. He only played 24 minutes, bro, and he had 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, while shooting 6 for 12. That's 50% from the field. Very solid game there. Darren Collison, the dude shot 75% from the field in this game. 21 points with 3 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, while shooting 9 for 12 from the field. Hit 1 3-point shot, only took 3. Nice game there. Oh, yeah. And this further solidifies that, bro, you can attack them, man. Even Lance Stevenson, in 24 minutes, he had 16. Also had a rebound and 3 assists to go with a steal and a block. You can attack the Nets. You can attack the Nets. They're not a team that's about defense. Then you had the homie Domantas Sabonis in 19 minutes had 16 and 7 to go with 1 assist for him. Pretty solid game there. And that dude hit every shot that he took. Next game we got could be the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic were home in this spot, man. We're going to talk about the away team. Josh Richardson got the start in 34 minutes. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. Hassan Whiteside, awesome game for him. 26 and 22 to go with 1 assist and 1 block while shooting 61% from the field. He also with 100% from 3-point. Yes, the homie Hassan Whiteside did hit a 3-point shot. Very nice game there. That's a ton of rebounds to grab, bro. 22 boards, man. That was nice. Dion Waiters led the team in minutes, 38 of them to be exact. He had 15 points to go with 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. We saw Goran Dragic for 30 minutes, 17 and 5 to go with 6 assists with a steal. Pretty solid game there from him. He only shot 31% from the field. We get that shooting percentage up. Much better game for him. Tyler Johnson comes off the bench, only chips in 7 points to go with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Not so great. On the Orlando side, Nikola Vucevic, man, 31 minutes. He had 19 and 13 to go with 1 assist, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Pretty good game from him while shooting 50% from the field. That was nice. Aaron Gordon. I thought Aaron Gordon was on his way to a monster game, but he kind of tailed off some. He did play 34 minutes, had 14 and 9 to go with 3 assists. Also blocked a couple of shots here. Evan Fournier in 34 minutes had 23 with a rebound, 3 assists, and 1 steal. We even saw a decent game from Elfrid Payton. He was 1 assist shy of that double-double bonus. Finished with 13 and 3 to go with 9 assists and 3 steals. Pretty decent game there for the homie. Pretty nice, actually. Off of the bench, man. Not much off of the bench, man. You got Jonathan Simmons, 27 minutes. He had 12 and 2. He played a lot of point forward minutes, so we got to keep that in the forefront of our minds going forward. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Washington Wizards. Philadelphia, bro. Robert Covington, nice game. Led all the scorers in this game, man, with 29 points. Shooting. Yes, he led all scorers in this game with 29 points. He played for 29 minutes, had 7 boards, an assist, a steal. Also blocked a couple of shots with 9 for 15 from the field. He hit 7 of 11 3-pointers. That is nutty. 7 for and Robert Covington is gonna have these types of games. That's what he does. Joel Embiid, they said he only played 16 minutes. He played 26 minutes. He had 18 points and 13 rebounds to go with 3 assists. And a block shot while shooting 46% from the field. I hate that. That sucks that they tell us, oh, he's going to play 16 minutes, and the dude plays like another quarter above what they said he was going to play. That sucks, bro. Jerry Bayless in 27 minutes had 13 and 3 to go with 3 assists and 1 steal. Not horrible for him at that price point that he was at. Markelle Fultz, man, only 17 minutes for him. He had 10 and 3 to go with 1 assist. Also got a block shot. On the other side, man, we could have played a myriad of the Washington Wizards guys. Now, Jason Smith, he went down early in the first half with a sprained shoulder, actually. And then you saw Kelly Oubre Jr. start the second half and play 32 minutes. He was like 4th on the team in minutes in the spot. He had 14 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, filling up the stat sheet. Hit 1 free throw of the 3 that he made, hit 3 3-pointers of the 6 that he took. Very nice game there. The big homie John Wall, 28 points for him in 37 minutes. He had 5 rebounds, 8 assists, couple of block shots. And you need John Wall to get a double-double of some sort. You need in order for him to like really make that value, he needs a 20-point game with a double-double of some sort, whether it's 10 rebounds or 10 assists, or even if he can get the triple-double, that'd be awesome. That's what you need from him. Jody Meeks in 19 minutes off of the bench had 14 and 1. We saw Gord Top, man, awesome game, 17 boards, 16 points in 34 minutes. Also had an assist and 3 blocks. And you got to think that some of the Gord Top's production was because of the injury to Jason Smith. And it happens that way. It just does. Otto Porter in 33 minutes had 10 points, 8 boards with 3 steals and 1 block while shooting 45% from the field. That was decent. The next game we're going to talk about is the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Yo, Uncle Drew. Boy, you was so close. Yo, he was actually like the front runner for the snowflake of the night. He was actually the front runner for Snowflake of the night. But I granted him a mid-level exemption because Gordon Hayward just got hurt. I don't want to pile too much on top of the Celtics and their fandom, so I didn't want to. So I was gonna get on your ass. I was gonna get on your ass, but I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm gonna let him slide this time, and I'm gonna give it to somebody else. All right, but Yanni, man, 36 minutes, 37 points, 13 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, while shooting 59% from the field. He took 1 3-point shot, didn't knock it down, but a solid game all around. And it was really good to see Chris Middleton play 43 minutes. You remember last season when we really thought that Middleton wasn't going to be the same as he was before he got injured, and he just seemed kind of hobbled and just didn't seem to have all of his games together and his legs together. Well, now he looks like he's like ready to go, and that's been solidified by him getting this much minutes. I mean, he led the team in minutes, 43 minutes for Chris Middleton, man. 15 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, while shooting 35% from the field. He could have had a monster game if he would have shot better from the field. Hit 1 of 5 3-point shots, pretty solid. Thon Maker only played 13 minutes. You know that's what you get when you play guys that's coached by Jason Kidd. You know that's what you're gonna get from him. Malcolm Brogdon gave us 19 points in 41 minutes. He had 1 rebound and 4 assists. Pretty decent game for him. Matthew Dellavedova, the dirtiest player in the league, 15 points for him, 1 rebound, 1 assist in 26 minutes. On the Boston side, man, yo, I'm gonna tell you, Jaylen Brown, man, is really assuming this new responsibility as like the next guy up, and I like that. I like that. In 28 minutes, he had 18 points, 5 boards, 3 assists while shooting 54% from the field. Hit 2 of 3 3-point shots. That was nice. Jason Tatum, he actually was second on this team in minutes, man. 36 of them to be exact. He had 8 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, and 1 steal while shooting 42% from the field. That was fairly decent. Al Horford kind of disappointed a little bit. In his 33 minutes, he had 13 and 6 to go with 4 assists and 3 steals. Also blocked 2 shots, so I guess that's not too bad. Marcus Smart, 32 minutes for him. He had 12 and 7 to go with 4 assists and 3 steals. And Kyrie Irving, man, disappointed, bro. 17 and 4 to go with 3 assists, 3 steals. While Terry Rozier came off of the bench and had his second decent game in a row. He did play 26 minutes. He had 15 and 7 to go with 6 assists and 2 steals. Pretty solid game there from him. Next game, we got the Memphis Grizzlies were playing host to the New Orleans Pelicans. And right off the bat, man, Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, yo, they combined for 28 rebounds. They also combined for 51 points. 61 points. They got it in. They got it in, bro. They really did. 40 minutes for Anthony Davis, which is awesome. I did have some exposure to him, as you can see on my FanDuel line. 33 and 18 to go with 1 block. I need you to block more shots. He only shot 39% from the field, yo. You're too big to shoot 39% from the field. This should have been one of those like classic Anthony Davis 50-point games, bro. But he couldn't hit shit. He couldn't hit nothing. 9 for 23. Also, Boogie Cousins in 38 minutes had 28 and 10 to go with 2 assists, 7 blocks for Boogie. Boogie was manning the middle, blocking shots. Very good defensive game there. I'm glad we steered clear of Drew Holiday. In 38 minutes, he had 4.6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Not a great game there while shooting 2 for 11. That's 18.2% from the field. Horrible shooting day for the homie Drew Holiday, man. So not much else to talk about for New Orleans Pelicans. For the Memphis Grizzlies, for that matter, Jermichael Green, he left this game like 5 minutes into the game. I think it's an ankle injury of some sort. So that meant we were going to see an increase in minutes, and we needed Marc Gasol to get more involved defensively, and that got him into early foul trouble, bro. He ended up falling out of this game, only giving us 29 minutes, but he had 14 and 11 to go with 4 assists. Also had 3 blocks. Mike Conley, 27 here, and I don't know why that motherfuckers talked me off of Mike Conley, but I loved him all day long, and I got off of him at the last minute. In 32 minutes, he had 27 and 5 with 3 assists and 2 steals. And I'm telling you, this kid named Dylan Brooks came off of the bench. Remember this name, bro. This dude is pretty nice. And this comes from watching every game, bro. I watched this game in its entirety. And this Dylan Brooks kid, he played 29 minutes. Dude is nice. He had 19 and 5 to go with 2 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks while shooting 53% from the field. What I like about him is he was just as involved defensively as he was offensively. At one point, he was coming down the court hard. Dude stripped him and thought he was just going to run away from him with the ball. And Dylan ran behind him and stole the ball back. He was like, I like to see shit like that, man. Guys that got hustle and run even when the camera's not on them. That guy's going to be something. So we got to keep our eyes on that guy, definitely. Mario Chalmers in 25 minutes had 5 and 2 to go with 4 assists. While shooting 1 for 9 from the field. That's 11%. That was horrible. Pretty much, Mike Conley and that kid Dylan Brooks really won this game, man. It was a very, very good game from those two gentlemen. Next game we got is going to be the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks. I didn't have much exposure to this game. We did see the Atlanta Hawks go into Dallas and beat them. Taurean Prince, 10 and 10 to go with 1 assist, a block, pretty decent game for him, especially on FanDuel at that price point. Ersan Ilyasova let us down, 6 and 6, 1 steal, 1 block, had nothing to do with him. Dennis Schroeder, man, in 34 minutes dropped 28 points. He did dish 7 dimes, had 2 steals and 2 rebounds while shooting 50% from the field. That is nice. That's what we need from a guy that attacks the basket the way that he does, man. We really do. Sean Collins, what's up, big homie? Marco Bellinelli in 25 minutes had 20 and 3 to go with 3 assists and 3 steals. And they miss him in Charlotte, bro. They had no real power off of the bench in Charlotte. They had no power off of the bench. Kent Bazemore, I didn't play him today. In 26 minutes, he had 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists to go with a steal. Pretty underwhelming, if you ask me. Not too much to talk about from the Atlanta side. They had a lot of cats that contributed, man, in a lot of different ways. And this Dallas was just so bad that they just had no shot. Wesley Matthews in 37 minutes at 15 and 8 with 5 assists and 1 steal. Harrison Barnes, bro. It was said in the shop today, Harrison Barnes is the worst max contract player ever. He's the worst player to ever get a max deal. He should call Steph, and he should call Steph and fucking Clay, all of them cats once a week to be like, yo, thanks, bro. Thank you so much. Because he is stealing money from Dallas. He is stealing. Mark Cuban, you're being stolen from, bro. He is stealing your money. Dirk Nowitzki in 24 minutes had 10 and 6. Not a big game from him. But Dennis Smith Jr., 16 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists. I like this kid, man. Nerlens had 16 and 11 off of the bench. Also had a steal and 3 blocks. That was decent. Devin Harrison, 16 minutes, had 10 points to go with 2 assists. And J.J. Barea played 18 minutes. He had 13 and 3 to go with 5 assists. Pretty solid game there. And we saw no Clavel, man. Clavel did not get in the game. Not at all. Next game we got is going to be the Denver Nuggets going to Utah to take on the Jazz. This game didn't go down exactly how I thought it would. I thought that it was going to be under 200 total, but it turned out to be just above that. The Denver Nuggets, man, they were kind of slowing down just enough to where they didn't really, make a lot of hay in this. Paul Millsap had 19 and 60 with 1 assist. That was decent, not a great game. Will Barton off of the bench was actually the best player in this game. 23 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block shot. Gary Harris in 35 minutes had 14 and 5 to go with 3 assists and 1 steal. And Jokic, he only had 7 points, but he did get 12 boards and 8 assists. And we all knew to not play him. We all knew not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not against Rudy Gobert in Utah. You don't want to do that. You don't want to just put a guy head up against probably one of the best defensive players in the league. You don't want to do that, even though he didn't have a great game either. On the Utah side, man, I was all over Gobert, man, and it really hurt me. But Ricky Rubio in 31 minutes had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists to go with 2 steals. That was decent for him. Alec Burks off of the bench in 15 minutes had 16 points, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. We saw Derek Favors, man, have a decent game for the price point that he was at. 28 minutes, he had 14 and 4 to go with 4 assists, 1 steal. And it seems to me that Derek Favors has slimmed down just a bit. I like that. He's moving a little more. He has a little more agility, a little more fluidity to his step. I kind of like that. I've got no problem there. I think that's decent. Joe Ingles in 32 minutes had 11 and 5 to go with 6 assists, 2 steals while shooting 4 for 6 from the field. Also hit 3 of 5 3-point shots. Really nice game there. Next game we're talking about is the Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs. This is a close game throughout, man. This game was pretty good. It was a very entertaining game. Andrew Wiggins at one point just took over. Like early in the fourth quarter, he just went off and kind of pulled them back into this game. But then was just too much of the Spurs in the end, man. And Wiggins did finish in 30 minutes with 26 points, 5 boards, 1 assist while shooting 9 for 14 from the field. Pretty decent game there. Karl-Anthony Towns in 34 minutes had 18 and 13 with 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block. And Jimmy Butler does not look like he belongs with this team. It's weird looking. And I'm sure they're going to, the chemistry's going to develop as it goes on. But it's just kind of weird looking right now. Jimmy Butler in 35 minutes had 12 and 4 to go with 3 assists, 1 steal. And it's just like Jimmy Butler and Wiggins are like the same guy. They're the same guy. So they look on the court together. One of them looks like they're not supposed to be doing whatever it is they're doing. It's just weird. Gorgie Jang, only 13 minutes for him, bro. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He wasn't in foul trouble or anything. Just didn't get a lot of playing time because Taj Gibson had 27 minutes. And in his 27 minutes, he had 6 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 1 steal. I do not like Taj Gibson. On the San Antonio side, Kyle Anderson, damn near double-doubled in 29 minutes, man. 12 and 9 with 1 assist. That was decent. Also blocked the shot. Now Marcus Aldridge, 25 and 10, big double-double, 4 assists there with 2 blocks as well. Paul Gasol, 7 and 7 to go with 4 assists. Not great. Danny Green was a really solid play. 17 and 4 to go with 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks while shooting 43% from the field. Hit 3 of 7 3-point shots. Really nice game there. DeJounte Murray, the big homie. That was a kid I was riding with all day long. He only played 25 minutes, and he got taken out at some crucial spots late in the game, which I really disagree with, of course, because I want him to play more, give you some more points. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block while shooting 7 for 8 from the field. All layups. All layups. Dude is nice going to the basket. I love him going to the basket. You got Manu Ginobili in 20 minutes, had 9 and 3, did 4 assists and 1 steal. Also did get a block shot. Next game we got is gonna be the Portland Trailblazers. Well, if you want to call this a game, do you want to call this a game? This is practice. This is crazy. Portland beat the crap out of Phoenix, bro. I'm so glad. I was really tempted to make Marcus Chris a snowflake, but they told us he was starting, and then when it came out, he's not starting. Like, it was crazy as fuck. Like, if I didn't think he was starting, I would have never played him. You know what I mean? I would have never played him. So, Nurkic in 23 minutes had 11 and 11 to go with an assist and a steal. And we were lucky that Dame Lillard was even able to approach value because this game was just so blown out. Like, early this game was over. They gave up before the halftime. Lillard had 27 and 5 to go with 5 assists. Also had 1 steal with 3 blocks. Pat Connaughton, man, in 32 minutes, he had 24 points to go with 2 steals and 2 assists, bro. If you had him, you raked it up. Shabazz Napier cleaned up 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. We saw Al-Farouq Aminu for 27 minutes. He had 5 and 12 to go with 2 assists and 1 block. That was decent. On the Phoenix side, did not see much of anything, bro. The leading scorer here was Eric Bledsoe. In 29 minutes, he had 15. Also had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals to go with the block shot. Devin Booker, man, 27 minutes, 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Not a great game there from him. Mike James came off of the bench and 10 minutes, had 12 and 2 to go with 1 assist and 1 steal. Pretty solid game for that cat off of the bench, man. And Josh Jackson looks pretty good. 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He looks like the same way Marcus Chris did last year. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna work that out, but we're gonna have to stay in touch with what they're gonna be doing from a roster standpoint. Last game we got on the slate is gonna be the Houston Rockets and the Sacramento Kings. Trevor Ariza, oh man, this dude didn't do shit, bro. 32 minutes, he had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Horrible. All he did was hit 2 free throws. He went 0 for 6 from the field. That was bad. Ryan Anderson, 25 minutes, had 10 and 5 to go with 2 of 7 shooting. Clint Capella, the who that's scoring on points over there, played tonight. 22 points, 17 boards, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block, while shooting 83% from the field. We saw 34 minutes of Eric Gordon, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Very solid game there. And James Harden, man, he tightened up in the second half. In the fourth quarter specifically, he finished with 37 minutes, had 27 points, 3 boards, 9 assists, and 2 steals. Pretty solid game there from him. Didn't see much of anyone else off of the bench. On the Sacramento side, man, this kid De'Aaron Fox, man, is pretty good. He's pretty good. In 23 minutes, he had 14 and 4 to go with 5 assists while shooting 46% from the field. Garrett Temple in 29 minutes had 5 and 1 to go with 3 assists and 4 steals. Scala Bissiere doubled in his 32 minutes. He had 12 and 10 to go with 1 assist while shooting 55% from the field. And Willie Cauley-Stein doubled, had 21 and 10 to go with an assist and 3 blocks. Pretty solid game there. We also saw Buddy Hield kind of take over midway through the fourth quarter, man, and really get them back into the game. He finished with 32 minutes, had 19 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And George Hill, pretty decent game from him. In 32 minutes, he had 16 and 3 to go with 3 assists. Pretty solid game there. Now, since we have gone through all of the games, talked about them, chopped them joints up, let's go ahead and take a look at this 3-game slate that we do have. Because we do on DK, man, we've got a 3-game slate. It's not optimal. It's not what I would love, right? I want some more games, but it's Thursday, and Thursday is the day where we just don't see a ton of games on Thursdays. Like, we don't see a ton of games on Thursdays, and it's all good. It's all good. So we got 3 games starting off at 7:30. This probably not going to be like a this not going to be a VIP show tomorrow. Probably not. I can't guarantee. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. If like a bunch of crazy news comes out, if it's not manageable, if it's something that we can't manage in the group, then I won't do a live stream. But if it's a bunch of shit going on and I need to kick it with y'all and talk to y'all, then I'll definitely hop into the VIP and we get that cracking. Okay? There's only 3 games, and we're gonna go over those right now. You know, on the 3-game slate, I do not issue out a core 4. I don't believe in putting out core 4s with a 3-game slate because I'm gonna be stacking offenses. And what we're looking at is let me go ahead and default this. And by the way, this is RotoQL. RotoQL is the shit. If you are a member of the DFS Sweatshop and you were in the VIP, you understand what I'm saying. RotoQL is the shit. I was a little bit skeptical at first because of the price of it, and it didn't have all the bells and whistles that all the other shit has. But this shit is like basic fire. Basic fire. And if you don't believe me, ask some of the cats in the group, man. Ask some of the cats in the group. All right, so first game we've got is going to be the Chicago Bulls. This team is riddled with dissension and foolishness and chicanery, and mothers getting knocked out, getting their face knocked off. They're going to be going to Air Canada, take on Toronto. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. There are going to be times throughout the year where I say, yo, just fire up DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. I'm saying don't just fire them up, but you can play damn near anybody you want from Toronto. You can play Kyle Lowry. You can play DeMar DeRozan. I like him. I like Serge Ibaka. I like Jonas Valanciunas. I'm stacking the shit out of Toronto tomorrow. I am. I'm probably going to stack them. I like that. The only guy that I don't have to have is going to be Serge Ibaka in the spot, but I like everybody else. The one guy that I do like on this side is going to be Denzel Valentine. I think he's going to be a guy that's definitely going to be in play here. Robin Lopez, if you wanted to get jiggy with it, is a guy you can use. Look at Justin Holiday at 6.5, who is a little bit priced up. I don't know how I feel about that. And kind of a sleeper guy, too. Kind of a sleeper guy for me is going to be David Nwaba at 3.2. But I love Denzel Valentine coming off of the bench. Or he might even start based off what happened with the homie getting his face knocked off. He might even start. So those are going to be the guys that I like here. Next game we got is why would you stack them when it will not be close? Because somebody gotta score the points. Blowouts ain't well, number one, don't play for the blowout. Number one. Don't play for the blowout. And number two is in a blowout, somebody benefits. unless everybody on the team scores and nobody misses a shot, like somebody's gonna benefit from the blowout. They are. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about this game is I like the fact that it's a huge uh, projected score of 109 for the Toronto side. I like that. I like that. And then we look at Chicago, and yeah, Chicago is bad. Yeah, Chicago is bad, but it's still an NBA team, bro. And I don't think they're just gonna. I don't think what happened to Phoenix is gonna happen to them. You know what I mean? Cause some of the bench players I actually do like Cristiano Felicio. Of course, David Valentine's a guy that I do like. I think he's a really solid player. David Nwaba that came over from the Lakers, I kind of like him. Paul Zipser, we've seen him play well. So and Robert Lopez. So I'm not like afraid. I'm not afraid to play cats on either side, or and especially to stack Toronto here. Not at all. Lowry and DeRozan, I think that's like a no-brainer for us tomorrow. Next game we got my New York Knicks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we've got like a little narrative going on in this spot. And of course, you know, the first game, the Knicks are going to Oklahoma City where they just got rid of the homie Melo. I'm going to play him simply based on that. I think Russell Westbrook at 11.8 is super playable here. I kind of like him. I don't love Paul George as much as I like Russell Westbrook, but he's playable too. Felicio sleeper tomorrow. No Portis or in Miritic. That's definitely. I feel you, bro, but I might just play backups for this game. Okay. On the other side, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is a guy you gotta get in your lineups at 5.5. Give me some Courtney Lee here. Kristaps is a game time decision. This is the game that will blow the fuck out, and I'm not gonna invest 11.8 if the game blows out. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the game. And see, that's the thing. Another thing. Like, we talk about this Toronto-Chicago game. Yo, 8.6, 8.8. Like, I'm not... If this game blows out and I don't see a lot of them in the fourth quarter, it really won't hurt me. It really won't hurt me. But if I spend 11.8 and don't see Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter, that is going to suck. That's going to suck. So if I really feel that this game is going to blow out, then Westbrook can be a fade. You know what I mean? Westbrook can definitely be a fade. If I think this game is gonna blow out, and a lot of that is gonna depend on if Kristaps is playing, because not only is this a revenge game for Carmelo Anthony, it's also revenge for Enes Kanter at 5.9, a guy who I kind of like in this spot to go back and play well against the Oklahoma City Thunder crowd. It's 215-point total. I like that. I like that. Last game we got is with the Clippers and the LA Lakers. This is the closest game on the slate. I think this is the game that a lot of people are going to have exposure to, and it makes perfect sense. You look at Blake Griffin, you look at DeAndre Jordan here, then look at Nari is a guy that you can like. Patrick Beverly at 5.4, I kind of like him. I even like Lou Will off of the bench at 4.7. That's a guy that I definitely think I can have some exposure to. Sam Decker at 3.2 is a guy that you might want to take exception to. On the other side, if Lonzo Ball is playing, yeah, you can play him, of course. Brandon Ingram, I'm blocking him in. I'm gonna have so much Brandon Ingram. I love that kid, man. That kid is good. He's a baller. He really is. That dude's a baller, man. Yeah, he's a baller. Yeah, Julius Randle game time decision, so we gotta take a look at that. Gotta check that. Make sure we're gonna see Julius Randle. If not, that's gonna not only put Brook Lopez, the California kid, in play, but it's also gonna give us some Larry Nance here. If Julius Randle is out, like you gotta lock Larry Nance in, most definitely. Larry Nance, maybe some. Even Zubac at 3.1. And you got to think, on a 3-game slate, bro, the guy who is minimum salary that goes off, or the guy that has 3.1 or 3.2 that plays on the bench that goes off, is a guy you got to have to really win. Like, you're not just going to play starters and rake. You're not. You're just not. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to, like, reach. and all that was on FanDuel. You're going to have to reach. Now, Lonzo with Bev D. I'm not, Patrick. People. I'm not scared of Patrick Beverly. I've seen Patrick Beverly get thrashed. I'm not scared of Patrick Beverly. I've seen Beverly get thrashed, bro. I really have. So, all right, go back. And these are gonna be. This is DraftKings, the same shit. We're just gonna be looking that up really quick. Yeah. I think I like Valentine in this spot. Anybody playing LeVar Ball? Yeah, I said it, LeVar. You might as well play for his son. Yo, yo, excuse me, how did I forget about the homie? Kuzma at 4.8. How did I forget about that dude? I like him. Yeah. Yo, I don't think he's gonna be highly owned either. Unless you've been watching preseason, you don't know shit about Kyle Kuzma. That dude is nuts. He's pretty good. He is. Yo, yeah, way to remind us on that one. So 3-game slate, man. Get in, get out. Don't go ham. I'm gonna make a lineup or two. I'm not gonna go completely ham on this one. But yo, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure having you here. Now tomorrow, what we will be doing is our NFL lineup builder joint. So I'm gonna hop in here and we're gonna chop it up, talk some NFL. But then I'm gonna have to close the curtain, and then me and the squad are gonna go to the back and make our lines for the Thursday joint. So if you want to be a part of that, man, it's very simple. You go to the website www.dfssweatshop.com, and that's how you get involved in all of this. One price, one monthly price, gets you everything. We get cats on NFL, MLB, PGA, the Hunter Band Clan. We got every sport, MMA, NASCAR, whatever it is, we got it. So, yo, real quick, the homie Gun said, who was the snowflake of the night? This motherfucker. Gun Decker. This motherfucker was a snowflake of the night. You want me to hit him with it one more time? Hey, Rudy Gobert. Merci beaucoup. Tonight, he's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all hold it down. Much love to you. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace, man. Keep it 300. We out.